taking the chair there. Appreciate that. If we can resume the meeting, we have two other delegations. If I could call Sam Eastman to come forward and present.
And it's joining now.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. If you would like to move forward and give your presentation to council.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mayor Bradley and members of council. My name is Sam Eastman, and I am here today on behalf of New Sarnia, which is a community-driven organization focused on placemaking, public space activation, and community well-being. Next slide, please. So today I'll be presenting a public art opportunity for a community-designed mural to be placed on the Canatera Park Lifeguard Station building. We are bringing this idea forward in response to community feedback that we've received. Residents have expressed that the lifeguard station could benefit from revitalization, and we understand that the city has received similar concerns over the years as well. So given its location at Sarnia's Blue Flag Beach, this presents an opportunity to enhance a key feature of Canatera Park in alignment with community input and the park's long-term vision. New Sarnia proposes donating a mural installation to the city to revitalize the lifeguard station. And since Canatera Park is in the midst of implementing its master plan, this project can serve as a pilot initiative, allowing us to assess the impact of public art in the park. So this project seeks to transform the lifeguard station into a visually striking and meaningful piece of public art, one that reflects the natural beauty, history, and recreational spirit of the park. So today we are seeking council's endorsement for this community-led initiative. Next slide, please. So as you can see from this slide, this is a visual representation of the proposed mural placement on the building. This is not the design that we want to use for the mural. This is just a mock-up to give you an idea of where we'd like to place the mural on the building. So we'd like to cover the entire front of the building that faces the water, the side that looks out to the Blue Water Bridge, and then the back where you enter to use the washrooms. Next slide, please. So for this project, we are proposing the use of something that's called a mural cloth, which is a durable, weather-resistant material that allows for high-quality artwork application without damaging the building's exterior. So how this would work is the mural rendering from the artist is printed directly on the mural cloth and is applied to the building exterior with an adhesive, just like wallpaper essentially, and then at the end of the installation we go over the mural cloth with a sealant. So to launch this project, New Sarnia will invite local artists to submit mural designs through an open call. Artists will be encouraged to reflect Canatera Park's beauty, history, and recreational spirit in their designs. Once submissions are collected, we will collaborate with city staff to determine the selection process, whether through community voting on Speak Up Sarnia or an internal review process. And then once the final design is chosen, New Sarnia will fully fund, manage, and oversee this project. Next slide, please. So this project presents an opportunity to transform the lifeguard station into a distinctive landmark that enhances the park's natural beauty while reflecting Sarnia's connection to Lake Huron, environmental stewardship, and community identity. Studies show that murals deter graffiti, encourage community pride and ownership, increase visitor engagement, and create photo-worthy attractions that promote tourism. This project will also provide a local artist with an opportunity to contribute a lasting piece of public art in one of Sarnia's most visited destinations while fostering community involvement. And with Canatera Park's master plan still in development, this mural serves as a low-cost, high-impact enhancement that does not interfere with future plans It also provides an opportunity to pilot the role of public art in one of our parks. Next slide, please. So this would not be the first public art installation on a beach building. Many Ontario beach towns, just like ours, have successfully used murals to revitalize lifeguard stations, turning them into vibrant landmarks that enhance visitor experiences, celebrate local identity, and deter vandalism. So, for example, Grand Bend's Beach House mural project, led by the Grand Bend Art Center, has transformed its lifeguard station into a standout waterfront feature. And as you can see from these photos, what they've done is place actual pieces of art on this building, and they rotate out the different pieces of art throughout the year. Other examples include Wasaga Beach, where murals celebrate the town's heritage, and Sauble Beach, where public art installations have contributed to increased tourism and local engagement. Next slide, please. Another great example is Port Stanley, where the lifeguard station was fully transformed with murals covering both the front and the back. This project enhanced visual appeal, increased visitor engagement, and reduced graffiti. These projects demonstrated that small-scale public art can have a lasting impact on how people experience and interact with public spaces. By following this model, Sarnia has an opportunity to create a unique and meaningful addition to Canatera Park. And next slide, please. So if this project is approved by council, we will follow a clear and structured timeline to ensure its success. New Sarnia will begin by launching a call for artist submissions, which will take place from April 15th to April 30th. Once the submissions are collected, city staff will review the designs, or we may seek community input through Speak Up Sarnia from May 1st to May 15th. And then on May 16th, the final mural design will be selected. Following this, New Sarnia will oversee the installation process with the goal of completing the mural in early to mid-June. Next slide, please. So to measure the success of this public art pilot project, we will incorporate a QR code into the mural, allowing visitors to scan it, share their thoughts on public art in the park. In addition, we will place signage at key locations throughout the park to encourage participation in the survey. Beyond digital feedback, we will also engage with park visitors directly by hosting a pop-up event at the lifeguard station. This will give us an opportunity to gather real-time feedback from the community while documenting how the space is used before and after the mural installation. Additional ways we can collect data on this project include tracking visitor engagement by monitoring the number of photos taken or observing the amount of time people spend interacting with the mural. These insights will help us understand the broader impact of the mural and inform future public art initiatives in our city. Next slide, please. So to summarize, New Sarnia is requesting council approval to donate and install a public art mural at the Canatera Park Lifeguard Station. This project would come at no cost to the city. New Sarnia would fully manage and fund the initiative, ensuring that it is completed successfully. And then once installed, the mural will have a lifespan of 10 to 15 years and will not require any additional upkeep from city staff. By moving forward with this project, the city has an opportunity to temporarily enhance the lifeguard station while engaging the community in public art and supporting local artists. This initiative will serve as an effective pilot project that can guide future public art efforts in Sarnia. And next slide. Thank you for your time and consideration. I'll now open the floor to any questions.
Well, thank you very much on behalf of council. It's a very exciting concept. Let me ask, we did have a public art program. We found out very quickly everyone in Sarnia had an opinion on public art. Who will make the final decision on what will go on the building?
So we were thinking that city staff could have the final decision. Another idea we thought of was putting it on Speak Up Sarnia and having a few different options that the community could vote on.
Okay. I've got Councillor McRoberts, Councillor Dennis, and Councillor Gillis.
Thank you through the chair. Thank you for your presentation today, Sam. It was great, and it was great to talk to you earlier through the week. I'm curious, why are only 3 sides of the building going to have the cloth on it and not the 4th side? And I do agree, because of the way the city kind of is divided with art, to put it out to the public, and just let them decide, right? That's the best way to do it, I would believe. But again, why only the 3 sides? Thank you.
I think the reason for the three sides was that on one side of the building there's a bunch of signage, so it was just going to make it a bit harder to apply the mural cloth. And then just thinking, because the building kind of faces the largest part of the park that way, that it would make the biggest impact. But other than that, no reason for the 3 sides.
Councillor Dennis, Councillor Phillips.
Easiest presentations that I've had in a while to support. Talk about putting lipstick on a pig. I brought up motions before to have that building knocked down and replaced with a much nicer building, but for the time being, until we get our act together financially, this is the next best thing. I've seen other buildings in other beach towns before that have done the same thing in the U.S. and Canada, and you know what? Kudos to you guys for taking this up. I think that's fantastic. Good for you guys. I'm 150% behind you guys, supporting you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Gillis. Councillor Burrow.
Thank you, Your Worship, and thank you, Ms. Eastman, for your innovation and the project that you brought forward. I don't think this looks good. I think what you're doing is introducing a whole new concept for buildings that we can utilize throughout the city if we can get this one right.
Yeah.
You're hitting all the marks for me. No cost, low maintenance, high impact. Yes, yes, and yes. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Councillor Burrow.
Thank you, Your Worship. I'm afraid I am the Grinch. I don't see this as enhancing the waterfront. To me, the waterfront is the water. It's beautiful the way it is. If you don't like looking at the building, then look out over the lake. I mean, that's why I go there, and most people I know that go there, they go there to look at the lake. And I don't know, I just sort of think that if we start, and art is always, different people like different things, and it just seems to me that it could be, when you already have the beauty of the natural, I don't know why you would introduce something that's unnatural. So I have great hesitation to support this.
Thank you. Can I turn to the Parks Director? What is the steps if council wants to advance this? What are the steps? What sort of resolution do you need to move this forward?
For your worship to members of council, I think just a resolution to move it forward. I would suggest no further discussion on the approval. I think the initial discussions with New Sarnia were really around New Sarnia taking the lead on the approval. We're happy to host, maybe put them online, community voting, or if council has some direction in terms of how they would like that decision to be made, maybe it can come back to council, the top 3 or something. We'd be more than happy to take that input. I think it's important. But staff, I think, would caution that a little more committee input would be needed in terms of making a decision on that building.
So that's understood, a resolution to advance, and staff to work and bring it back to council as soon as possible. Councillor McRoberts.
Thank you, through the chair. I would just like to confirm, New Sarnia is paying for this. This is not Sarnia paying for this at all. And we're also trying to be a little more in the tourism game to draw people in. So this is keeping up with the neighboring beaches that we want to make it fun for kids and adults, and art is beautiful. So to bring something else into the park is beautiful and green and natural, and the beach is natural, but let's just have a little fun maybe for the kids and enjoyable. So I just wanted to point that out. Thank you.
Councillor Kellner, thank you.
If I may, I will just move that we go in this direction, your worship.
Seconder, Councillor McRoberts. Can I put a question to the, having had some experience with this? I would say it's important that council be the final sign-off to approve it. Recommended by this group, the New Sarnia Foundation. But again, from experience, we put in 4 public art projects and we got a lot of flack and we had to remove a number of them. So I think we need to take responsibility as a city for authorizing what ends up being, that makes sense to remove and second it. And I would go back to Ms. Eastman, we can get this back to the next meeting, I hope.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, for me.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. All right, so we got a motion moved and seconded, those in favor? Councillor Kellner, Councillor Gillis, Councillor Dennis, Councillor White, myself, those opposed? Councillor Burrow? And Councillor Boucher. Okay, so that passes. Thank you very much for your presentation. Appreciate it. Last presentation before we finish off the agenda is Margaret Bird. Ms. Bird, if you'd like to come on, please. Bird, please go ahead.